Evening, Your Honor.
Your full name and date of birth?
James Donovan Fiedler, 19.
Thank you, sir. So you are here for two separate cases. Now, in this matter, in each of them, they're both failure to appear warrants for a failure to appear at your sentencing. You now have a status conference set on October 1 at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond in each warrant's been affirmed. Each of these has a $500 secured appearance bond, so it's $1,000 total for both matters. This information will be included in your paperwork. Would you have any questions regarding it?
Yeah, I was told these cases were scratched. Okay.
They were not. No, it looks like you entered a change
not.
of plea. You were given the sentencing date. I saw that in your minute entry. You failed to appear last July. These warrants have been outstanding since then.
I realize
And
that.
not last July, the July before.
Right. I realize that as of today, okay, there was a complaining witness who made up a story that I burglarized her house. This case is very intricate. And anyway, I was told these were scratched.
You failed to appear at your sentencing. You know, you could lose the benefit of your plea agreement. They can withdraw that when you fail to appear at a sentencing. I'm sure they said that at the time you entered into that plea.
I know they said it, but I've been accumulating evidence that these people are lying, that there's, this basically didn't happen. You can't just make up a story, which this woman admitted, saying that I burglarized your house. Said, no, Gloria, I can prove I have an alibi here.
You've already entered into a change of plea in these matters. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
My attorney wouldn't let me. I mean, I would like to change attorneys.
You've got two drug cases here. I don't even know what you're talking about with burglaries at this point.
Okay, so you don't have all the information. I do apologize.
At October 1, but both of these cases are drug cases, possession cases.
Okay, well, you're not aware of the full facts, and I'll talk to you with my attorney.
All right. So we have Vanessa Gutierrez Archuleta. Hi, ma'am. Your full name and date of birth?
Vanessa Archuleta, 10.
Thank you. So you are here for a warrant out of the Pinal County Superior Court. So in this matter, they've set an arraignment hearing for you on September 25th at 8:30. That's at the Pinal County Court.
Okay.
I did see that you self-surrendered. If this were a Maricopa case, because you self-surrendered, I would have a different outcome here today, okay?
I know.
But it's an out-of-county warrant.
I know.
So I do have to honor their bond. So that's a $750 secured appearance bond. Now, if you do post that and you're released before getting transported out to that county, out to Pinal, you do still need to show up for your court date out there, but I do recommend contacting them to verify the court date hearing details. If you're unable to post it, then that does mean you do remain in custody. They need to come to transport you out there.
Okay, so then they'll come and get me.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it a felony warrant, or is it like a?
Is it a probation warrant? Hold on, I'll let you know if I can figure it out. I might not know.
Yeah, because I was.
It is a felony.
Okay. Because I was told it was a bench warrant with felony charges. So.
Yeah, I can't tell anything other than.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a Superior Court case out of Pinal County. It is a felony, but I can't give you really any other information.
Oh no, that works perfect.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I do have another warrant that I do need to address here, so it is going to be just one moment.
Hello, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. If you could state your full name and date of birth.
Francis Sanchez, 2.
All right. So you are here for two separate cases. The first one is a Justice Court case. This one is for a warrant issued out of the Highland Justice Court for a failure to comply, failure to pay warrant.
Failure to pay.
In that matter, they've set an arraignment hearing on October 10th at 9 a.m. That'll be at the Highland Justice Court. The address will be included in your paperwork. I do see that you have multiple warrants in here, but it is still a post-adjudication failure to comply warrant that was issued. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be affirming the bond amount, but I am going to make it an unsecured appearance bond. What that means is you do not have to post that bond before you are released today. So you are going to be released in this matter. If you fail to appear, though, at your next court date, that unsecured bond is still in place. They could still forfeit that amount, and you could end up owing that in addition to whatever else you owe that court.
Okay.
So you do have a second case here, and that is going to be for the arrest warrant that was issued for a direct complaint that's been filed. The direct complaint alleges one count of possession of dangerous drugs and one count of possession of narcotic drugs. Those are both Class 4 felonies. The offense date is January 27th of 2020.
Yes,
So in that matter, the public defender has been appointed. You do have a status conference set on October 7, preliminary hearing October 9. Those are at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, I am going to be releasing you, but it is going to be subject to the supervision of pretrial services. So before you go, you'll get that information, including their contact information, because you do have to stay checked in with them while on release.
Yeah, I understand that.
You'll get all that information in a moment, but do you have any questions regarding
Yes.
either matter?
Okay, the 2022 case, that's the whole reason I'm here. I had a plea bargain for 6 days, 24 days home arrest, and I turned myself in. They accidentally put 1 day on my court paper because I had went to go get a new court date because my babysitter got into a car accident, really bad.
Are you talking about the felony case that you have a direct
The
complaint with?
2022 case, that's the only one that I had with the dangerous drugs. I signed a plea bargain for that to do 6 days and 24 days.
I'm looking at your docket right now. There's nothing. They say nothing has happened with this case. They filed a direct
why I'm
complaint
here.
back in 2022. It's
Yeah.
a 2020 offense. And you are now facing the charges for that matter. So you can certainly speak with your
Okay.
attorney about that if you
Can
believe
that be
something else occurred,
because-
but that is not reflected in here at all.
It's not in the court papers at all that that's why I'm here, is because I turned myself in to Mesa for the 6 days, for the plea bargain that I signed, and that they,
No, the plea bargain has nothing to do with this. So are you in custody for 6 days, or are you in custody? for longer?
I was supposed to be for 6 days. I came and turned myself in to get this over with,
Right,
and
that's not
they
okay.
only had 1 day on there.
Okay, so you're getting released within a day?
I already did the day.
Okay.
But they held me today for these warrants, but I don't understand why I have a warrant for a plea bargain that I had signed on.
I'm
They-
just letting you know, there is no plea reflected in your case.
Oh,
It
there's
does
no
not
plea
show-
in there at
It
all?
does not show that anything has happened in your case yet.
Okay.
It shows that a summons and a direct complaint were issued in 2022.
So if I get all this figured
and
out,
nothing since then.
maybe they made a mistake?
You can certainly have someone look into it.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's
at this
all I wanna
point,
know.
It doesn't show anything occurring.
Oh, no plea bargain, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So I'll be released today.
You are being released in
Okay,
these matters.
thank you, Your Honor.
We have Gordon Nelson and then Crystal Romero up after that. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Gordon Nelson.
Sir, you are here for a warrant that was issued. This is for a direct complaint that's been filed that alleges 2 counts of aggravated DUI, both Class 4 felonies, with the offense date of June 30th of 2022. In this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You do have a status conference currently set on October 7 with a preliminary hearing October 9, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. In this case, I don't show you necessarily received notice of the summons that went out, so I am going to be releasing you here today, but it is subject to the supervision of pretrial services. You are also going to be subject to alcohol testing and monitoring given the nature of the charges.
Yes,
You'll
ma'am.
get all this information here in a moment, but do you have any questions regarding it?
I just want to say I did a trustee over there in Coconino County, and I got a certificate of completion, and I got other certificates too as well. And thank you for this
I saw you were brought over to Coconino, so yeah, and if you did complete any programs over there, hang on to that information.
Right, thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, good luck. All right, so we've got Crystal Romero and then Robert Perryman is going to be up after that. Hi, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Crystal Marie Romero.
Thank you. So you are here for a new case. This is out of the South Mountain Justice Court. The charge is 1 count of assault. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor with the offense date of today, September 21. The public defender has been appointed in this matter. You have an arraignment hearing set on October 9 at 9 a.m. at the South Mountain Justice Court. The address will be included in your
Okay.
paperwork. In this matter, you are being released on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear. You do still have orders given the nature of the charge here that you're not to have contact with the alleged victim in this matter until further court order.
Okay.
Any questions regarding that?
No,
All right, thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
All right, Robert Perryman and then Philip Calvert will be up next. Or hold off, I might have a matter before yours. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Robert Perryman,
All right, thank you, sir. So you are here for an arrest warrant that was issued. That's for a direct complaint that was filed that alleges 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, that's a Class 6 felony with the offense date of February 4th of 2022. In your case, the public defender has been appointed. You have a status conference set on October 7, preliminary hearing October 9, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. Now, in this case, I do show the summons was sent back return mail, so I don't show that you received notice of the prior hearing set in this matter, so I am going to be Following the PSA recommendation here, you are being released on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear.
Okay.
Any questions regarding that?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, and I remember, I did 3 months on these cases already.
I will let you know, that's not what it shows. It shows that this matter is just filed. It was filed on July 23rd of 2024. In other words, even if you were arrested on this charge, they scratched it. They didn't go forward with it, and then they filed it in July, okay? So basically, that's it. But you can talk to your attorney about that if you believe you have any other history regarding this, because they can access your criminal history. But yeah, right now, this is like a new case, basically.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Anastasia Beth Barrett, 49.
All right, thank you. So you are here for two separate cases. Both of these are for bench warrants that were issued for failures to appear in your two probation matters. So in each of those cases, you now have a revocation arraignment hearing set on September 27 at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix.
Yes, ma'am.
Each of these, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. So each of them has a $250 secured appearance bond. It's a total of $500 for both. If you do post bond and are released, you do still need to contact probation within 72 hours of your release.
Okay, I did appear to my first court date, and they said they didn't have any information on my case, and then they rescheduled it, and I'm homeless, and my backpack got stolen with all my paperwork in it, and I thought it was a different date, because I was going to go, because I don't break rules, I don't want to get in trouble, none of that stuff. Every time I have stuff, it gets stolen.
It shows that you failed to appear back in July, and I don't show any compliance with probation since then either way. So you do have the two bonds that you'd have to post for release.
500?
It's 500 total.
Okay.
Okay? You want to step over? You can go and pick up that paperwork so you can have a seat. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Philip Calvin.
Did you say August? So you've got three separate cases here. So I'm going to start with the open matters that you have here. These are your Maricopa County cases. The first one is a bench warrant that was issued for a failure to appear, looks like at your sentencing. So in that matter, a status conference has been set on September 26th at 8:30, and that'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond and the warrant's been affirmed. That's a $1,000 cash-only appearance bond. Now, your second case that you have that's also Maricopa County is for a grand jury warrant. So this is for a warrant that was issued after an indictment was filed alleging one count of fraud schemes, Class 2 felony, one count of theft, Class 3 felony, one count of taking identity of another, Class 4 felony, and 2 counts of forgery, that's also a Class 4 felony. The date of offense for each of those counts is January 24th of 2024. So in that matter, you also have the public defender appointed. Arraignment hearing is set on September 27 at 8:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond in that warrant's been affirmed, so that's a $15,000 secured appearance bond, okay? This gets us to your fugitive from justice warrant. So this is an out-of-state warrant. So in this matter, it was issued by Nevada, I believe. Yep, it was issued by Nevada. They were notified. They did indicate that, or did confirm the warrant in this matter. So you were given that laminated sheet. Did you have an opportunity to take a look at that? All right. So that's basically the waiver of extradition paperwork. The fact that you have an open felony matter here might weigh into your decision as to how you want to proceed in this today, but I'm going to go over both options, and I'll turn it over to you to see how you want to handle the FOJ case, the fugitive justice case, okay? All right. So the first option you have here is you could waive extradition and return to the state of Nevada on this warrant. When you waive extradition, you are saying, Nevada, I'm ready to return. I'm not going to fight extradition here in Arizona. When that happens, you would be held in the Maricopa County Jail non-bondable until Nevada comes to pick you up on the warrant. Now, they would normally have 30 days starting tomorrow to come pick you up, but if you have any local open cases, which you do, the 30-day time frame doesn't start until after the local case is taken care of, okay? So yours wouldn't be that normal 30 days because you do have local open cases here, okay? So in that case, if you opted to waive extradition, you would have no further hearings here in Maricopa County on that fugitive of justice case. You would just be held in custody on it, okay? So that's the first option. That's if you want to waive extradition. You do have a second choice here that you don't have to waive extradition, at least not at this time. Okay, you can choose not to waive extradition here today. If you do that, I'd be setting your fugitive from justice hearing or your extradition hearing on September 30th at 1:30. That will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Now, in that case, I can't appoint an attorney to represent you in that matter because the actual extradition proceedings are civil in nature, even though it's a criminal case back in Nevada. The extradition case is civil. You do have the right to retain an attorney. I'll also note there are sometimes public defenders who are present there who can assist you, and you do have an attorney appointed in at least one of your other cases here, okay? So in that case, you would be entitled to bail in this matter, and for right now, that would be a $10,000 secured appearance bond. So that's for the FOJ warrant. That's for your Nevada warrant, okay? The process there is that a governor's warrant has to be signed by the governors of both states, so both Nevada and Arizona, in order to extradite you back to Nevada. That process can take up to 90 days, so it can be a longer process. Based on this information I've given you, first, do you have any questions regarding your options?
Yeah, I'm not really clear on the extradition part of it. So if I waive extradition with an open case here, they only have 30 days to come get me when they can, or they got to wait till I'm done?
They got to wait for you to finish your Maricopa County cases.
So I might as well not even waive it right now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably the good call. So what I'll do is I'll enter in a non-waiver. That doesn't mean you can't waive down the road. So if those other ones end up getting finished, you can always waive down the road. So in this matter, you've got the fugitive from justice hearing September 30th at 1:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and you've got a $10,000 secured appearance bond in that matter, okay? So you'll get that information in your paperwork, but any questions regarding these? All right, thank you, sir.
I don't think so. I guess the attorney can answer all that.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, so it looks like we do have...